weekly newsletter. And so I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I want to go through the weekly newsletter, like what sectors moving and what sectors are not. So XLU has been going up a lot, so I'm not really interested in the SOL, even though it still have a lot of room to the upside. Finances, XLF. So we have JP Morgan, Visa, and GS, Goldman Sachs. They all like hourly. So, and depending on your trading, I total open contract. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I was very confused. I checked and back and forth like 10 times. And I was like, I don't know what's happening here. So anyway, I do think market is still going to, my view is this week is going to pull back, continue. So where is going to? So for ES, I'm thinking at least to 58 13, ideally to the lower two levels, 57.20. And so could also be this. Why is that? Because that's one of the monthly levels and could be strong support now. That's March. That's March high, I think. No, that's February high. Wait a moment. Um, that's April high. So if we could go all the way to April high, that would be really great. So we can go long again. And it's really hard to say on 15, like what is happening on Monday. We do have a lot of bad news over the weekend, like Russia-Ukraine war escalated. But as you can see, market only gap down tiny little bit, not even a lot. So we have long positions. We have UNH and Bitcoin hit my level on hourly time frame, also daily wave five. And can get this go lower if the war escalate more. I think we may because you see a lot of accumulation here, strong base. Unless it take 102, 370 out, then you can see we might actually come down to 1,000 or even 98. But so far, I'm not seeing that yet. I'm not saying see daily wave five up almost 114. So if you want to buy from here, that's almost 10%, right? I only did macro. I didn't do full contract. Full contract is too expensive, and I don't like to trade huge positions when I'm not in front of computer. I can watch it. So on hourly also 3, 4. So on all time frame, Bitcoin should go higher. Like this is 15. And so if you were long, we did do MSTR. We MSTR call, SMTR daily. So I do remember usually this time seasonality it dropping a little bit and June is the time to go long. Let's look at the seasonality chart type, right? Type. No, standard mode. Okay, seasonality. So this is current chart. This is seasonality. So you can see here from June usually is where you are going long. And maybe in September, revisit. We don't care what September is doing. We care here, almost visiting the all-time high. And then maybe in September, come back down and then going higher. I think Bitcoin this year may go about 120. So if you want to do coin is a ticker that I wanted to go long. So micro strategy, I've been saying this for a long, long time that daily upside target is like 600 something. For coin, so coin you see daily also print wave four, right? So I wanted to go long, but it really just hit here. Now, what is the problem here? Between here and you have 15, $16 volume gap. For me, I don't have a choice. I can't really see. So I'm buying tomorrow, first batch here, like, I don't know, 30%. And then add here, maybe another 30%. And if you really drop down all the way to 10, uh, then okay, so I would hold my loss for a little bit. But if the war continues and the trade war with China, EU can escalate it, maybe just a way for the money to push market down so they can load cheaper. But either way, and the upside target pretty juicy, right? 280 some. That's almost 20% gain. So if you want to go long on this, it's fine. But if you already long MSTR on the call, then you're good already. So Tesla is another ticker that I want to go long. So I've been saying weekly target is quite high, but on daily. So daily, we have the same problem. I said this multiple times, but I want to say this again. So you see daily 331, and what the problem is, you have almost 10%, like $30 gap. $30 gap is huge. So I would not want to go long here. Um, if you want to give like let's say 20,000, I'm just using an example. If you want to do option, and I wouldn't go long here, like probably here like 20% at the most, unless I see on daily start to reverse up aggressively along with the market, then you can always add on to it. And the upside should at least hit 390. But on weekly, we have a lot of room to the upside. And ideally, just buy shares, I think will be safer. Um, because if you do call, you don't know how long for this to go that way to 600 some. And so AMAT, I'm just explaining what the tickers that I want to do and why. So AMAT, you see, hit daily value area low, and daily upside target 180. But POC is 185, right? So could hit 105. But on weekly, one, two, it's just getting started, right? So we could go to 220 possible. Why not? Because you see a lot of other tickers in the same sector has been going up so much, right? TWLO, I didn't add enough. Um, Upside is 166 on weekly and daily, right? So that's a lot of upside potential. I don't want to care. I don't care monthly for now. So if market drops one, two, it may come back down to 106 or here. What is this? Like little cluster below the profile. So I'll watch 114 and 111. I add a little bit shares, but I didn't add enough. So I want to buy some of this. And another one is FICO. FICO, so hourly time frame is finished, but daily. So if daily can get above 1850, we are above the POC, then the game is on 2585, 2600, and that's a huge upside potential. We already rolled $200 move, but actually almost 300, 200, yeah, almost 300. So here is about $1,000 move. That's like pretty good, right? So what the other ticker that I said I was gonna do? Um, so a few tickers. Let me. I can't watch. I'm on the simulation account, so I can't see what my pending orders. Um, so home buildings. Uh, what did I want to do? Okay, did I say something what I want to do? Okay, I'm planning to buy HUM. Right, HUM. I'm hoping it doesn't go up too fast. Overnight, UNA is going higher. So ham, if you look at daily, one, two, so I would say at least to 282, right? So if you can get about 282, could go to 298 on daily. On weekly is also weekly. Let's see monthly what's happening. Like one, two, what is it going to do, guys? I wouldn't be surprised if we see this thing going to 386 at some point. Like monthly, when you see volume profile like this like meaning this is gonna go higher for sure. So that's what I'm planning to do. Like I'm gonna take profit on XYZ. This ticker has we entered at $44. Another ticker has gone up a lot, IDXX. I don't know whether any of you have position, but I called out. This is like way, I don't even remember how long ago. This is like a long time ago, IDXX. Um, IDXX, no, it should be should be somewhere in February or no, in April somewhere. Um, maybe I didn't share. I thought I did. But anyway, this is up a lot, so it's time to take some profit too. And another ticker, actually, Lockheed Martin, has gone up a lot, and it has a lot more upside potential too. So let's look at daily. Daily, I count out near somewhere 450, 460, and now it's already 480. So you don't really have a resistance until 520, right? And weekly one. So now 495 is minor resistance, but there's really nothing in between for another $50. So if you're still holding it, it's still okay to hold. And you look at Boeing, Boeing's been going nuts recently. See that? And we've been showing Boeing on weekly time frame going higher, going back to all-time high, but it's basing for so long. And that's the thing. When you do options, you could get your option killed, and then you didn't make any money, and then your direction's right. So shares a lot safer. And so I wasn't gonna spend a lot of some time talking about like AI power because Bitcoin or any coin become very popular under Trump admin. You see NNE nuclear, right? So upside, what is 20%, right? 38. And on hourly may have a little bit more to drop, maybe to 27. So if you can watch, then 27 to 38, that's a lot of room. That's like almost $10, right? $10, that's 30%. And if you put 100,000 in, that's become 130,000. That's pretty good. Another one, OKLO, on hourly, 1 2 what, right? What's coming? OKLO, I've been saying it could drop more. If you want to wait, be patient. So I'm going to be patient. I want to wait until 41. You could still do that. Let's look at weekly. Weekly upside target is 67. So you really come back down to 41 if you don't want to go long on the hourly. So that's like 20 some dollars move. And SMR is another nuclear. See daily. Daily, ideally I would like to have 27.50. because here is really not strong support. Strong support is 27. You could sell Cascure put at 27, right? Sell weekly Cascure put, or you can even sell 20. Like so that's good too. So those some of the new AI powered and NVIDIA. It's NVIDIA. NVIDIA. How do I spell NVIDIA? NVIDIA. So NVIDIA didn't hit almost, right? Almost hit daily wave four. So if you want to go long, so near 130, ideally 125 would be ideal. But if you could watch it, you will set alert here, 132, set alert 127, because that gives you a little bit time to react, right? So this you can go long to AMD I have calls, so 125, right? So you can either buy share or buy Amazon, Google, I think is pretty good. You can do call on hourly time frame. The only thing you have to be careful sometimes if you give too short DTE and the market pull back and your option can go kill. So that's why I always go out a little bit longer, like July, August. And if I'm wrong, I have a little bit room to rescue, right? Amazon's still good, right? So I was hoping for another retest of 194, but will only drop to 200. So I'm pretty heavy in Amazon. And who else? Oh, APPF is a ticker that I said that limit buying order. So if you look at daily just actually started. It started from 204, but it really could all the way say the first real resistance, what is 227, 226, and that's on daily. But if you look at weekly, real resistance also 228 some area. But on monthly, you can see the upside target is 292. They said, Jane, I don't have patience to hold this stock until like next year. Why not? Like 296, that's say, let's say 1 year, take 1 year out. That's almost 40% gain. I'm okay with one position 40% gain, right? So, or you can say, okay, I'm gonna go long here, 280. 280 is pretty good. I'm gonna sell, I don't know, like to sell some half or whatever. You can, oh, I was wrong. I was at 280. I was thinking actually 228. So I'm gonna buy this ticker for long-term holding. And that's the thing. That's why going back to the idea that uh, like why I want to shut down the Discord. It's not that I don't enjoy what I do. And the idea behind is I think we are over trading and we don't hold our runners long enough because we like I feel like I'm obligated to find trades every day. A lot of us like long-term portfolio. I don't really want, I just want to have like 5 to 7 big positions on the tickers I have done homework on. And I just sit on it and reach my target and I take my premium out, take my capital out, let the profit, let the house money play. And then you rinse and repeat, right? So you really literally trade 5, 6 times a year, but your gain could be really good. See, this year I count the ES to 4,800 some level, and we really, I mean, for who would think from 6,100 to drop to 46, but from that far we already knew. Um, so if you went long from the bottom, you had a really good gain already, right? So that's really how you make money. I mean, on daily. So I was thinking eventually after January 2027, I'll just become on the weekly newsletter basis Because if you have a large fund, that's all you need. You have a good list that we can trust. We have done homework and we knew all the fundamentals, financials. Then that's what you just make your plan using the Excel table, work out your, and then do a few 10 trees per year and make your portfolio go up 20, 30, 50% without much of any stress. So that's the idea. Because when we do day to day, every day, sitting there watching price action, it's very hard to let our runners run. Because you always like, what is my next winner? Like a Friday, I took out on Benny. It's not his fault, but it literally he just took $8,000 profit. And we have a supply zone, demand zones, right? Gold, I gave a zone, and it worked out perfect. Gold hit this 32.95 and gold right now is almost 33.40 today. That's 45 points. 45 points, $4,500. My point is you do not need to ask me for trade because I gave you so many trading idea already. And if you ask me, okay, I already gave you this zone before anyone asked. Um, I said, okay, let's go line 33.22. You get stopped out because that's pretty mature zone and you lose $500. Okay. Okay, it's not a big deal, Jade. I don't mind being stopped out, but why, right? So this is the two zone we were going to look. And also until I already gave the supply zone demand zones and he was asking me, say, hey, are you gonna give? I said, I already gave it. So it's not that I don't have the patience in the morning. I'm like, I don't even have time to eat until sometime after in the early afternoon because I get up first thing, like turn on computer, immediately see what's running, what's hot, what's not hot. And I don't believe that's how investment should be. My personally, I think we should do the large swing trade. I just gave weekly newsletter what's going on. Like if market have a big pullback coming, I always prepare you when the market pullback big. I always warn you. I think the market is going to come back down to what level I think. We have been doing this dip, buying dip, at least six, 7 rounds, and every round we almost bought at the very bottom. And it takes a lot of effort, energy to really know because a lot of the fund managers they don't know. The big money actually sold at the bottom and we actually bought. We, I mean, not just you and me, all the retail stuff. So like if you that's something you guys want, that's what I will continue doing after. So our why January 2027 because that's the last annual member we're hitting like the longest. I think it's Traveler. I think if I'm not mistaken, and that's why I'm thinking. But if you guys are not okay with what I just proposed, then by January 2027, then we're just gonna shut down. So you guys decide. And for me, either way, I'm fine. Like I prefer just making money quietly and doing what I enjoy. I started going out to play pickleball again, hanging out with friends, have my life back, start to doing gardening. That's what life should be. Life is not all about trade. I mean, that's what we make the big money, right? You hustle and hustle every day, making like 200 is very stressful when you have full-time job. Just put your money to work to the like let your runner run. Then, yeah, I think it's the best. Most of the Chinese have a big account, and it is really good to. I just don't want to get you guys making a bad habit. Like investment, we're doing investment here. Investment should like, looking 2 years, 5 years out, not day to day. And by day to day, this could actually forming a bad habit. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking. However, you guys think. Um, Anyways, that's all I have. And please read the weekly newsletter. And if you want to do what ticker and why you want to do and how much you want to do, plan your trades, right? And I always feel a little bit cautious when we have only hourly time frame a little bit bullish and daily need a pullback, but market keep pushing higher and could be fake. And my experience, this is the time that I usually lose money on my option. And so if you do have long position on option, which I do, be careful. It's not the time that you go in heavy. Your position size at this level should be one third. If you went long on 4,800, like I would do hundreds contracts on things, but here you do one tenth of that. You do 10 contracts. But if you usually do five contracts, now is the place you do two contracts. Yeah, okay. So that's all I have. I think Bitcoin is gonna go, and we are positioned very well. And you don't really have to do SPX, SPY option. All the tickers that I gave, APPF, HAM, Tesla, Coin, they all have at least 20% gain. And you can just buy into shares and go long. FICO is almost 1,000 point. That's what 40-50% gain. And that's where when you make money, right? Like let's say booking. Booking, I've been calling booking bullish since what? 3,600 BKNG now book. So like been calling this from 4,200, 4,100. Now we are near 5,600. That's more than 20% gain. And how long did you hold? That's really from April 2025 until here. Now it's only like a month and a half, 2 months, and you make a huge profit. I mean, can you just do that? Yes, of course you can. So that's why I want to. Oh, I regardless if you have long position. We are not that far from all-time high. We are, if you look at daily, so 15 minutes, I think is going to drop. I still think pull back first. So all-time high is really just 100 point, 200 point away. I still think that this year we are going to have a new high, 4,600. Um, the other reason why I'm thinking market should pull back. Okay. So these three moving areas we always watch to go long, right? We always go long when they stick together, either daily or 30 minutes, 15 minutes. But look at it on daily. This three is like almost the farthest. Here is the farthest. Now start to close. This meaning you need a little bit consolidation for them to get close and go up. So I still think there should be a pullback. Um, we close below Thursday, Thursday. Like no, we are above Thursday close. Um, so I still think we are going to go somewhere near 5750 area. And so SPX levels, I marked my levels on here, and I shared on the weekly newsletter. So you can do day trading like using 15 minutes, 3 minutes. Like sometimes I just use 3 minutes. Like okay, 3 minutes reversal up, and you can do stop loss so tiny, right? And here is your confirmation. You're right because all the moving areas are. But by now we already up $30, $20. That's why we're using 3 minutes on this, not using 15. And look at here, we went long. That's where I call long, right? Friday after lunchtime, I said that NQ NQ would hit 21 400, 450 something. SES 59.30. We hit 59.32. So if you went long on the call, you did extremely well. That's 80 points on ES. And NDX was 400, 300 points, 350 points. So if you want to do day trading and you know how to do it, by all means do it. I mean, this is very juicy run. Zero DTE, $2, $2 become like $20. And here, actually, I did Monday. I did Tuesday. I did it third, a second or third, far out the money. If you did zero DTE here, you would have been like 500% gain, like $10 could become $50. If you know how to do it, you can by all means do it, you know. But that's not you like you are not gonna do 20 contract here. You probably do two contract and then probably you wouldn't want to hold all the way to there either. You can make some money, two, three, 5,000 a day, no problem. Um, but it's just a lot of stress if you work full time and doing that. But anyways, um, I hope not. I don't want to. I want to drop. I want to June drop big, so we can reload. Because the higher goes wave three, the lower the pullback, the higher the pullback on the wave four, and it's just not worth it. Say, let's say, yeah, it's just drop here and go to 60 50. That's like 300 point run. Uh, 300 point run is not even 5%. I would rather just do Tesla or MicroStrategy, do calls 10, 20%. Which one give you more return, right? And so this 300 point gain, if you do leaps, it gave you, I don't know, 20, 30% gain at a max. But if you do zero DTE, let's say, okay, on daily, I'm seeing pretty bullish like candle, solid green candle. And within a day or two, get there, then you can get really good return. Otherwise, 300 point on SPX doesn't give you very good return if you do longer DTE. So that's why I emphasize say, hey, choose and pick what you want to do. Like at this point, FIGO have 1,000 point on the upside. Do you want to do FIGO or you want to do SPX? I don't know. For shares, but FICO might not run as fast, right? So this 300 point may run overnight, but FICO 1,000 point may take a year. So you decide on your own style what you want to do. And so here, like say, okay, I just bought Friday. What is that? Thursday or market during market recap I bought or Friday. I don't remember which day. I loaded my Bitcoin. And okay, so it's up like about 200, 2,000 point. Seven contract. It didn't give me tons of money, but gave me a few. And if you drop go to 114, then my seven contract can give me a credit a good return. Like you're talking about your how much capital give you how much return, right? So this could be like one contract about $3,000, if I'm right. I don't remember how much capital required. I think it's 3,000, maybe not even 3,000. You know what? Let's um just curious. I did 200 contract on so buying power. Oh, 2830. So 2830 um going to all the way here. So 205, let's say 200. That's $900. $900 on 2830. That's a very good return, like 30% rate. So that's why I actually took profit on gold and moved to here. I don't have a big position, and as I said, I don't like to have a big position on when I'm traveling. But if you can manage it, You just put your stop loss at your entry and then let go. And then you can buy in here. You're fine too. Because the per contract is so cheap, right? And then the up move run is huge. Your stop loss is this tiny. This tiny is your stop loss, and your up run is from here to this. Is that making sense? That's what's called a good trade, right? So when I'm not here, I hope you guys are gonna miss me. If you don't miss me, it's okay too. So plan your trade like using your phone, how you can most like mostly benefit from whatever the trade you take. All right, guys, that's all I have, and you won't hear from me much. I'll see you. If I'm gonna be with Reb the whole week and probably taking them out for dinner. But if I don't have a dinner, I will jump on just say something at the end of the day. And so just if I see market has a big changes and worth for me to say something, I will, regardless what happening. It will reflect in my daily plan anyways. We never stop daily planning every day, regardless where I'm at. But if the otherwise, if I'm quiet, you guys know I'm busy. I always have you guys on my mind. It's just part of the family. All right, guys. See you. Good luck. Be careful. Bye.